Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. This is a total remix. I am taking inspiration from Lucky Charms cereal and turning them into oat marshmallow sandwich cookies. Just like the cereal, they are magically delicious and they're also magically vegan. Now, Lucky Charms is an oat-based cereal, so you're gonna need some rolled oats. All you need to do is pop these into the blender and zhuzh them up and make oat flour. Not gonna show you that because you know how a blender works, but that is the first part of our recipe. And don't worry, all the measurements and the full recipe is down below. First things first, let's make the dough and we can get to making these awesome cookies. Let's put this dough together first. I've got the whole wheat flour in here and then the regular all-purpose flour, unbleached always. Here are those oats that I just threw into the food processor and ground them into a nice flour. Boom, such a nice oaty taste that's gonna make. And then I've got my regular sugar and brown sugar in there. A little clumpy. Oh well. Let's put just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dump in our cold butter here. There we go. And what you can do is just take a fork and kind of mash. Oh wow, that brown sugar is hard as a freaking rock. Ooh. But we're just gonna take this fork and kind of get the butter incorporated into this mixture pretty well before we start adding our ingredients, our wet ingredients. And if you can see, it can give you some trouble. So I totally approve of getting in there with your hands and just kind of working all that goodness into that butter, just like this. Ugh. Once that earth balance is all worked through, go ahead and add your vanilla. And then I am gonna add the soy milk. Actually, this is oat milk, just to, kind of zhuzh up that oat flavor, just a little bit at a time to kind of see how this kind of comes together. You might need, I've got a 1/4 cup there. You might need the whole thing. You might only need just, 3 tablespoons or so. But I can already tell, like, this is kind of dry, not coming together as a dough just yet. So let's go ahead and add a little bit more. Oh shoot, I just added the whole thing. Well, it looks like it's gonna need it because it's pretty dry. So again, you can go ahead and mix everything together. Oh yeah, that's looking much better. Mix it together with a spatula like this, or just get in there with your hands like I did before and start squishing this into a dough ball. Just like this. So just round out your dough into a little circle like this, and I divided my dough into 2 pieces. It's just easier to work with while half of it's chilling, the other half you're working with and cutting out, that kind of thing. So here's what I do, just put it on the parchment paper, fold it up like this, because we are actually gonna end up rolling it out on the parchment paper later. If you were gonna save this dough for any reason, like maybe make them the next day, make these cookies the next day, then I would definitely wrap this in saran wrap. But this goes into the fridge for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna do the exact same to this half of the dough, and then we will get to making our other part of the cookie. I always thought one of the best parts of Lucky Charms cereal were the dehydrated marshmallows in the cereal. Of course, those marshmallows are not and were not vegan, but I do need a marshmallow element for these oat cookies. Thank goodness there are vegan marshmallows these days. So what you need to do is get a bag of vegan marshmallows. I use Dandies, and then divide that bag into 5 because we're gonna make 5 different colors. So 2 ounces of marshmallow go into a bowl, a splash of water, and then into the microwave for about 30 seconds. Take it out, look at it, and then pop it back into the microwave for another 20 or 30 seconds. And then you are ready to make your delicious marshmallow vegan fondant. Fondant. I don't know how to say it. All right, we have to act fast. Marshmallows are melted. I'm gonna go ahead and add more than I would typically add of the food coloring, because remember, this is gonna get diluted with powdered sugar. And then in the beginning, let's go ahead and, well, you know what? Why don't we give that a stir? I've got a greased up spatula. It has, what does it have on it? It's got coconut oil. Go. So just give that like a quick little mix there so that when we put in our powdered sugar, it has some place to go. And so we're gonna start with about a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and then mix that around. get that incorporated. And it's gonna be messy, it's not gonna be pretty, it's gonna feel like it's completely wrong and it's not gonna work, but just keep working that into it, just like that. And then at some point, when you kind of feel like there's enough powdered sugar covering the blob, you're gonna actually ditch this and get in there with your hands. All right, so you can kind of see it coming together, and that was only, I mean, that might be enough powdered sugar. You just want to kind of keep working the powdered sugar that's left in the bowl into it until it doesn't feel sticky. It feels more kind of doughy, and you have to get in there to do that. Something that might help you do that once you kind of ditch a little bit of the powdered sugar feel. Once it feels like it's all kind of incorporated, well, mostly incorporated, you can put some more coconut oil on your hands, and then you can really get in there and make sure that you're incorporating that powdered sugar really throughout the dough ball. Just like that. I mean, how crazy is that? This is gonna taste way better than any other kind of fondant that you can find. And I don't even know if other fondant, the regular kind that you buy at Michael's and at the grocery store, I don't even know if that's vegan. But this is completely vegan, and it's gonna be really yummy in our sandwich cookies. So what I'm gonna do now is I just kind of roll it into a ball and then put it into some saran wrap while I make the other colors. See, nice and yellow. I wish it had been a little brighter. Dang it. When Lucky Charms came out in 1964, the original charms were pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, and green clovers. Now they added blue diamonds in the 70s, and in the 80s they added the red balloons and the horseshoes. So I have these teeny little cookie cutters that I'm going to use to punch out windows into some of the cookies. So I do have the diamond. I have the heart, I have the star, although the star back then, the original star had 6 points. This is just your traditional star, 5-pointed star. And then I've got a moon, and this is the best I can do for a clover. So I do not have horseshoes and I do not have red balloons, but this will have to suffice. My dough is out of the fridge and chilled, and I've rolled it out super, super thin. And I've done that because remember, this is going to be a sandwich cookie, so we don't want it to be too thick. All right, there we go. Now what I'm going to use is a 2-inch round cookie cutter here. Just kind of push down like that. And I'll only do a couple here because I want to bring in the whole Lucky Charm part. So we're going to put a little window in each one of these. We got our heart. And sometimes it'll pop right out with it. Sometimes it doesn't. We have our star. I'm trying to figure out which side is which here. That's the side. So we have a star. Oh, see, that one came out. Yay. And then let's do one more here. And we'll do our moon for our Lucky Charms. All right. Oh, that one came out too. Hot dog. Dang, that heart. All right, to get these off, you can just take a little knife to kind of help you with it a little bit. And then scrapey scrape. Don't want to ruin that moon shape, but they stay pretty good. Let's move some stuff around here. Move that out of the way. Put onto our cookie sheet. These cookies should not spread, but if you are worried at all, if the dough feels really loose or it's really unchilled by this point, see how easy that heart just popped out? You can pop this into the freezer and let them re-chill just a little bit. I actually might do that because, you know, I want these to be absolutely perfect. Okay, these are going to go into a 350-degree oven, and I will check them after about 8 minutes. I remember the Lucky Charms commercials as much as I remember the Lucky Charms cereal itself. Every Saturday morning during the cartoon commercial breaks, there was poor Lucky the Leprechaun being chased around by kids, obviously wanting his Lucky Charms. Now, it has been more than 35 years since I have had Lucky Charms cereal, so I decided to take a little spin down the cereal aisle and see what all Lucky the Leprechaun was up to, and my gosh, things have really changed. The stars are now shooting stars, there are rainbows, but apart from that, there are entire new versions of the cereal. There are Lucky Charms clusters, there's Lucky Charms that turn your cereal green, and then there's one that I probably would have really loved as a kid. There's chocolate Lucky Charms. Now, I'm gonna sound like an old man because when I was a kid, there was only one option, Frosted Lucky Charms, and they were delicious. I really, really loved them as a kid. And I will admit, the entire time that I was eating them as a kid, I thought that the pink hearts tasted like strawberries. I thought the orange stars tasted like orange, and they did not. All of those marshmallows were the same marshmallow flavor. Once you are ready to roll your fondant out a little bit, you need to put some more coconut oil on your hands and just work through it because it needs to warm back up. You need to warm up whatever the gunk is in there that needs to be warmed up. So technical, right? But you might even need quite a bit of coconut oil to do that with. So I just put mine down on a piece of parchment paper again. Thank God for parchment paper. Put that on top. And then we'll just give it another roll. And I don't need it to be super thick, but I do want to taste this fondant. So then we take the exact same cookie cutter, which I cannot find right now. Where did it go? Gosh dang, oh, there it is right there. And then we just push down. Ta-da! How gorgeous is that? And then we take our cookies. Man, and then it's the bottom side of the cookie, not the top side of the cookie for the bottom part. Put the fondant right there. And then we put the cookie on top. And we have pink hearts. Yummers! I am going in for the orange star because I'm actually saving the little clovers for photos. All right, let's taste that. Oh. That oat cookie is so delicious. It's nice and crunchy, snap, crackle, and pop. I know that's the wrong cereal, but that's what I thought of when I bit into it. And of course, that marshmallow center is just marshmallowy. Okay, wash this thing down with a little oat milk, which is perfect because you've kind of got your whole cereal bowl right here. Kind of cool, right? Let me know in the comments down below if you love Lucky Charms when you were a kid like I did. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. I would really appreciate it. And I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Make these cookies because they truly are magically delicious. Oh, the real lucky part of this shoot is that I actually fit into this shirt. 5 more pounds to go.